Hello, everybody, and we are back with more Sunnyside Magic High extra videos, interviews, podcasts, all that fun stuff. Um, so time to move on to the next video in this list I was sent. So once more, I will be assuming y'all have seen the first 4 interviews. Lost track there. So move on to this one. But no comments and chat replay disabled because looking at the recommended videos, this one's flagged made for kids. That's a disappointment because I would like to see what the chat over here says. Let me scoot that. All right, but that's unfortunate. Copa's been plaguing you guys with a lot of the newer stuff, so let's jump right in. We get some artwork.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everyone,
Oh,
and
that's
welcome
loud.
back to the Janisa podcast.
Wait, hold up.
Hi,
The what
guys.
And
podcast?
welcome back to the Janisa podcast.
Oh, Janisa.
Hi guys,
Hi.
my name is Liliana Escalova. I am known as BK Winter / Shifu
You're so quiet.
/ Winter on the Sunnyside Magic High cast. And I'm also known as the voice of Volcania.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
your host, Janisa. I'm not actually Janisa, but I'm here to voice for her. And I'm here to interview the co-director and voice actor for Volcania in the web series Sunnyside Magic High.
Is it really a web series? Is that what
Also,
this is considered?
I'm here with the head
Oh my
director,
gosh.
Wise Kid. Hi, everyone. It's me, Wise Kid.
Oh my.
Hi
Yes, I
everyone,
knew it
it's
was
me,
you.
Volcania.
So, how
Oh
are
my.
you doing today?
Was that cheesiness necessary? Also, I like the changing background. It's something to look at.
I'm doing perfectly fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Good, thanks. Okay.
Good, thanks. Moving
We
on.
have a couple questions from me and fans.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I like
ask
that one.
away.
I'm probably gonna say that a lot.
Top
prepared.
3 things you love about Volcania.
Oh,
What are top 3
man.
things?
Okay. Well, the first thing is, when I very first joined on the cast of Sunnyside Magic High,
You know, I should prepare myself. I'm gonna
and
write some
learned
stuff down.
about Volcania, I felt like I connected with her. She's somebody that has gone through so much and
Yeah.
gotten so far, and
Yeah.
I love that about her.
Yeah, I was
Volcania's
going
changed.
through
So
season
very
3.
I was
And
talking.
basically, I was going through season 3, as a director, just checking up on things. And wow, she used to be a psycho.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, I
and I've
remember old
noticed that
Volcania.
just
Oh my
alone from
gosh.
season 5
She's
and what I've
changed so
currently
much.
recorded, which I can't really talk much on. But the top 3 things that basically we're talking about right now is how she used to be a villain and has come just so far alone in season 5, with being a hero in her day-to-day struggle. That would be 1. 2, I love her personality and how kind she has converted to from being someone that has been, just
Yeah.
all around bad and horrible and psychotic. And I love the fact that she has water powers. I mean, what girl growing up did not like mermaids? And Volcania
Oh my
kind of reminds me
gosh.
of a mermaid. Let's be
Really? A
real.
mermaid?
Yes. Yes, a mermaid.
That's funny.
Wow, okay. So, are those
So
your top
those are
3
the top
things?
3 things. Yes, those are the top 3 things
Okay,
that
a
I love
bunch more
about.
questions. Top 3 things you could change about Volcania.
Ooh,
Honestly, the top
that's
3
a good
things
one.
that I can change about her. Um,
You better be
hmm.
good with this, or else I will fire you. Just kidding,
No,
just
you
kidding.
won't. You don't have the heart to
Oh
fire
man.
because
Okay,
of a
let's like switch up
disagreement
from
that
that, guys. Anyways, I'm just
petty.
kidding. So the top 3 things I can change about Volcania. So, honestly,
Oh, look, those white spaces came back.
they're. I kind of wish
Sorry,
I
I thought they were
can
gone.
change some of her
Some of
past
her.
experiences
Oh, okay.
Mmm.
Continue.
because it breaks my heart to know what all she's been through because as somebody
Oh,
that
yeah, her.
loves
Oh
villains
my gosh.
and has grown up watching all these Disney shows and has sided with the villains on many of them, like The Little Mermaid or Sleeping
Wait,
Beauty.
hold up. That's what she used. Hold on. I just got interested. She used to. Oh boy. I didn't know it was Disney shows. Hold on.
And has grown up watching all these Disney shows and has sided with the villains on many of them, like The Little Mermaid
Wow.
or Sleeping Beauty, and just knowing what drives those villains to become
Okay,
villains, so to speak.
Maleficent wasn't invited to a party, and she wants to.
No.
Okay, not even. Okay, continue.
Interrupting.
Well, what drives those villains to be villains and just above all experiences that you see on TV portrayed, but when you actually dig deep into the storyline and discover everything they've been through and what shaped them the way they are, it really breaks my heart. So, if I could change one thing, it would be her path. And another thing for the top three that I would change about her would be um, if if she did not have a kid, I have a feeling that
Yeah.
that would actually um, fuel her appetite for disaster a lot more. So I would change the fact that she has one kid and make it into two kids. That way she has more to lose
Oh.
and
Oh.
Okay,
more
Volcania.
to
Okay. She
and more
lost her
to
mom.
Yeah.
That's what gave her revenge. The heroes took away her husband,
Yeah.
and her at that time they took away her son, and then they took
Yeah.
away her at the time boyfriend. And then you want us to take away another kid?
no. What I just said was
No?
um and I'm sorry you misheard me. What I said is I would like to give her a second child. She would end up having so much more to lose and so much more to fight for in return.
Oh, in the
So
future?
I feel like that would,
Oh.
yeah, and I feel like that would actually definitely have things sway in a different direction based on how things seem to be shaping up right now. And then the third thing I would change, I don't know, maybe
Wait, what you just said? That's a really good plot line.
Are you gonna start
Not
doing
yes.
that?
okay, everyone. Just that's no spoilers. Okay, continue. Sorry.
No spoil. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
And then the third thing that I would change is
Who's the father?
mm,
Just kidding.
I don't know, I've always wondered what it would be like to be Empress instead of Queen. So maybe add her title as Empress instead of Queen of the
Hmm?
Kingdom.
Huh.
Though that's just a silly
I would
fantasy.
need to look at the
Um,
difference.
so yeah,
Volcania,
that's the
That's
Empress
just
top
of the
three
me.
things.
Smoky Water Kingdom.
Yes, that's the three things that I would change.
How does it feel playing such a complex character?
Man, you're so loud.
Oh, it feels
Audio
wonderful.
problems
The reward
still
I
here.
feel after all the recordings that I do with um you, Wise Kid, after we finish all the recordings, it's exhilarating. It's undescribable. I feel like I've actually accomplished something that I've always wanted to accomplish for the last 10, maybe 12 years. Um, ever or even since I became a voice actor officially. So it feels wonderful. It also feels exhausting at times, especially when I end up having to record during a time I have a cold, which is all the more rewarding at the end of the recording, to be quite honest, as exhausting as it is, since I am a very stubborn person.
Uh, Yeah. How old are you?
Well,
Wow. Straight
I
to it.
am 28 years old.
When was your birthday?
Okay, we're getting personal now.
My birthday was May 23rd, 1991.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Happy birthday.
Well,
Oh
birthday
my
year
god,
was
you're
1991, but my birthday was May 23rd. Thank you.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't say happy birthday.
It's okay.
You got a lot of people to keep track of. You can't wish happy
Um,
birthday to everyone, or
favorite
else you'll be
character from the
saying happy
main
birthday
five. So,
365
Flame,
days a year.
Star, Sebastian, Frost, and Sarah. I think you're
I
gonna
would
say.
have to. I would have to go with my favorite character being
Choices.
Star.
Yeah, it's hard. Right?
Star?
And Wise Kid, you and I have had a discussion about this in the past. I love Star. I love who she is. I love how much she's grown, and I love
That
um,
reaction.
Mm-hmm.
how well she's portrayed. Um, I love the storyline about her. If I could do the voice justice, I would honestly have chosen to any other character that I could have portrayed be her. But I unfortunately don't have the vocal range you need for somebody to play Star. So
Yeah, as you
the
saw,
voice
Star
actor's
has so
chosen
much
you.
high pitch.
Oh
She
my
like,
gosh, no kidding.
Yeah. So yes, I definitely I definitely think that my favorite character is Star. And it's mainly just because of her storyline and who she is and how much she has just how far she's come.
awesome. Why did you decide to join this project?
So, originally, Wise Kid,
A
if you
lot of these,
remember, back on March 19th of
not
this year,
necessarily
Yeah.
generic.
you contacted me
It's a good
because
question.
um,
Um,
a fellow voice
Mm-hmm.
actor whose name is Kevin.
I guess it is
Shout
repetitive
out to Kevin.
questions.
By the way, Kevin is the one who
Oh my
played,
gosh, you're loud.
who helped play King Paragon and played the Doctor. So yeah.
Yes. So, shout out to Kevin. A fellow voice actor
Um,
named Kevin recommended me
yeah, I'm
to
gonna do
you.
my best to
And when you
avoid some of those
contacted me,
repetitive,
I was
because
in the process
some of
of
these questions
searching for
I'm hearing,
projects that I can
a couple of times over.
start off in. So you
Oh
actually are the
man,
very
ugh,
first project that
so
I have
many
officially
hours.
voice acted
I'll need to
in.
add up
And
all this
the
extra content with the.
decision that I made to join the project was strongly fueled by your encouragement and your excitement and the
Ow!
passion you seem to have.
What noise was that? That eat. Obviously I did not do that noise justice, but oh my gosh, please do not make that again. Between you being loud and between the pitch of that noise, my head, you gave me a migraine. Not really, but ow.
Have when you messaged me and how just persistent you were, and I admired that so much. So that is why I decided to join, and it
You
has
know,
been an
I'm really interested.
uphill
How many
um,
people
journey
did you
ever
reach
since
out
then
to
because within
compared
the
to how
first
many people
week of
reached out to
joining,
you?
you managed to promote me to a writer and
I'm
full
gonna write
on
that.
director
I'm gonna write
for
that
the
down because I'm
Wise Kid
interested.
production
Don't
group.
answer now.
So I'm very, very, very happy with how far
Guys, this
we've all come.
woman was dedicated to our project. I think I had a very good reason to.
Aren't
Guys,
you all
after like
dedicated?
1-2 weeks of voice acting, she asked if she could help spend her hard-earned money to make the art better. The profile picture I have on Discord, that was
Oh.
literally funded by yours truly. I can't believe, like, so would I just keep her as a voice actor when she's funding the series? That's just like for those episodes. That's like, and she's such a wonderful person, and I would love to have her on my team. She has such amazing ideas. Like, oh my gosh, BK Winter.
Oh my
The
god.
other directors, they have different roles because I don't really see them as like an actual second manager, an actual second, like an
Oh,
assistant,
what
like
kid?
someone who helps me run the channel. That's
Oh,
you literally, you're like you're like a manager. Yeah, you're like
You
a
don't make me
manager.
cry. You
Like,
don't make me cry.
no, I'm just telling the truth. I'm being honest.
I know. They're happy
Like,
tears. They're happy tears.
yeah.
But I definitely I love how far this project has come, and I'm proud to say that I work for you.
Ah, that's nice.
All the
Wow.
feels.
I'm
If
getting them
only if
feels,
only
man.
I could have a way of finding more funding to be able
Ooh,
to put
a
into this
picture.
project, I would continue
What's that dot?
with that.
What's that
And
dot chilling
like I
there?
said, little
Oh
spoiler
man.
alert, just a tiny one. I am working on something that will hopefully be able to allow me to fund this project in the future again, in the very, very, very distant future. But that's all I can
Hey,
say for
hey,
now. I can't give
anything
away too
helps.
much,
That's what the
but
homeless
that is all
say.
that I can give away.
Yeah, hopefully. Um, some things you love to do when playing Volcania.
I really love
Hmm,
to
I like that one.
be live directed, honestly, because as I mentioned earlier in a private conversation between me and Wise Kid, I ended up, um, I ended up, uh, wow, I lost my train of thought. Okay.
Don't
um,
worry, that happens to me.
I have really, it may not seem like it, but I have really big stage fright. And when it comes to being in front of an audience, um, I find it harder to get into character, or
Mhm.
to do what I need to do in order to entertain said audience. So when I'm live directed, I feel more confident and comfortable because I can hear an example of what I need to do or see an example of what I need to do and copy it basically to the best of my ability. And when I have somebody sitting there and telling me, you need to do this, you need to say this way, you need to do that, you need to say that way, it helps me know and get better into or feel better from how the character will feel during the time she's saying that. So, for example, if one of my lines for Volcania is um, something along the lines of, "Oh my God," in a excited but also surprised tone of voice, you can tell me to voice the line that way, and I will voice it because
Yeah, or I would
it'll
say
help me
instead of
understand
"Oh
what's
my
the emotion
God,"
behind it.
say like
Right.
"Oh my God," you know?
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
yeah, it's all about
that's one.
tone of
That's
voice.
that's some things I love to do when playing Volcania, and honestly, it helps me. It helps grow me as a voice actor, better me as a voice actress. It helps grow my potential.
Mhm. Yeah. Like when voice acting, when I'm directing, I barely have to make any mistakes. You know, sometimes I'm just like, you know what? What I really like to do as a director, if I talk a little bit, is that okay? So as a director for Saint Kai, I want the goal to be the characters become the voice actors. I want
Yes.
when I'm voice acting for
Hmm,
when I'm
I like
live
that.
directing someone, I
That
tell them,
thought
okay,
process.
imagine you're in this scene. Right now, you've gone through all of this. This is who you are. You have this ability. You can do this. Now, you're
Yes.
in this world. I would like you
Abracadabra,
to portray
abracadoo.
this character how you would act during this kind of time. For example, Shipu, you're in the middle of the desert with the good totem, and you're away from everyone, and you have no idea what you're doing. Your powers are gone. Just have a conversation with him, and I'll be the good totem.
Well, oh my God, honey, we're we're stranded. My powers are not working,
I hope this
and
isn't supposed to represent the desert,
I
because the
don't know how
desert's
this is
not
gonna affect
green
me.
grass.
It's hard enough staying good on a daily basis. Now I have to worry about protecting you without my powers and not losing you without my powers. What am I gonna do?
Relax, relax. It'll be okay. I'm sure the heroes will come and save us. Remember, Volcania,
That doesn't look
you can
okay.
control
Doo-doo.
this. Don't worry about it.
I, y- mm, yeah. Thank you, honey. Anyway, that
So yeah,
was a
that's
little
pretty much like what it would be like.
on the spot.
That was pretty
um,
good improv,
do
got
you
to
have more
say.
questions for me?
Favorite episodes of season 5 from Josh Magician 7.
The 100th episode of Sunnyside Magic High as a whole was my favorite because that was the first one I ever watched.
That,
Yeah.
I think
That
that
was awesome.
was
That
my
was really
favorite
And
until I watched
Wait!
season
Oh my
5,
god!
29.
You just helped us! Remember when we were looking for a channel trailer?
yeah,
What?
The 100th episode should be the channel trailer.
okay, that's fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
thank
Wait.
you.
No, it's not.
You're welcome.
Not anymore. I think you changed it.
Will she have any songs? You can answer this.
I think now it's the
Well, no.
Wise
And the
Group
reason I say
Rewind
this is because I
2019.
cannot sing. One of my strict rules is I do not sing when I voice during my voice acting projects. So if she does
Guys,
have
guys,
songs,
in the
they will
next
have to
episode
be
that you're
voice
gonna
acted.
see,
What?
by the time you see this, it'll already be out. Happiness Part 2. You're gonna hear this wonderful singing voice, and you're gonna
Wait.
be like, oh, it's so
Wait a
terrible
minute, when
that
did this come out?
that it's being wasted and it can't be used for a good cause. Like, I'm
Guys, kid, no.
kind of
No.
salty about that because like you have
You're
such
so-
you have such a
Why?
beautiful. You just like free, free, hitting all the notes, and whilst I'm editing, I'm just closing my eyes and I'm like,
I didn't even.
I'm closing my
know.
eyes and I'm listening to your songs.
Oh.
Well, like when I'm editing, I'm with my headphones and I'm just like, hit those notes, hit those notes, hey, hit those notes,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
just
now it's getting
dancing
weird.
around whilst you're singing. Like you have this
I
beautiful
think
voice.
main talent lays in evil
Oh, I see.
above singing.
This
Oh
is-
my
if anything-
This is
gosh.
posted after
if
episode
anything-
29 or
if
episode
anything,
30.
The
Timestamp.
if she's gonna have any songs, it's not gonna be a song. It's just gonna be a very evil laughter, and I can say that because the episode will actually be out by the time that this goes out. So my next favorite episode, because I have two favorites in season 5, is the one that just came out, which I happen to have a battle with myself internally between the good and the evil. Not so internally, I guess. You could
Oh
also
yeah, this
say.
is coming out. I was like so
So-
scared for a minute, and I'm like, what did you just say? And then I realized it's coming out tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Don't
worry.
give
I'm not
dates.
releasing any spoilers for any future
So-
episodes.
'Cause then it
because
throws
the one
me
that
off.
just Came out.
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
Talk about the Volcania
I like this
episodes
picture.
writing and for her writing. Oh, this is from me. Finally, and from Ella, Ella Cleo. Oh, the last one was also from her. Okay. Volcania episodes writing.
in my writing,
Wait. Can you talk for a minute?
the Volcania episodes writing and my writing, Wise Kid actually has to take a break really quickly, so I'm gonna be talking. if
Okay, I'm
necessary.
back. Sorry, I had to take medicine, and I think my dad made that very clear.
Yes.
Ooh. That's
So,
unfortunate.
I was so sorry. That was so embarrassing.
That's all
And
right,
on a
that's okay.
podcast. Okay.
You can always cut it.
So the
Cut
Volcania
it out
episode's
later.
writing, basically, when it's a Volcania episode, I want to give it a lot of change. So if it's solely, mostly around, if it's a scene, I want the scene to go from good to bad. I think you can tell, because from the episode you just, okay, medicine break.
Because
Wait, again?
it goes literally, it goes from one moment to being so tamed and so calm, and then bam,
Yeah.
something unexpected happens, and it hits you right in the face.
Yeah, like
And-
Volcania
Good
in Vortex's lab. It's just like, oh, like it even tells like you have this music like da na 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 na. She's so relaxed and it's like her life, and then
you
all of
can
a sudden,
tell just you can
yeah,
tell just from the recent episode that just came out, all of the tension built up, and then all of a sudden, a strange lady gives a medicine potion to Volcania that she apparently has
that's
to
so
take,
funny.
which I haven't heard her having to take before. Now, I may not know because I was told not to watch season 1.
No,
through
that was
4
just
by
a plot
Wise Kid.
device.
But
Yeah.
regardless, I don't think I've ever heard Volcania having to take medicine. So that was just so out of nowhere that I kind of suspected, oh my gosh,
Yeah, that
this
is
person is not normal. There's
whatever.
something off about them. I do not feel comfortable, and I think they're going to be the downfall of good Volcania. So, boy, did I nail that.
Oh, and not just Volcania, just wait till season 6. Okay.
I don't know anything about season 6, and I don't want to, so let's not spoil it. And
Okay.
as
So
for my
yeah,
writing, what about that, wise kid?
I'm about to just wait. So like for example, in Vortex's lab, everything's just tame. Then all of a sudden, Bloodhound just Bloodhound just like puts Volcania to sleep, and there's a whole fight scene between Volcania and Vortexa. Same thing with the last episode. Like all of a sudden, everything's just tame. The love totem is like, we have to go save the heroes, and all of a sudden they just start running. Volcania, her evil spirit just comes out of her after the medicine potion, and another fight scene. So it's just between this tame, untamed. So basically, Volcania stories, instead of beginning, middle, end, it's just beginning, end, or end, beginning, if you know what I mean.
Oh my.
Or in other words, it's just beginning, bam in your
Yeah.
face.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And as for my writing, a little disclaimer here before he continues to talk about my writing. I've been very busy as of late. As I mentioned earlier, I need to find more ways to fund this project. And the reason for that is when I was funding this project, as unfortunate as it is, I was employed outside of voice acting in the real world by a company locally here. And
In the
said
real world.
company
In the real world. I don't like the real
said
world.
company
It's not fun
no
like
longer
video
employs me,
games.
so I lost my main source of income. And as disheartening as that was, I made it back up through having my main source of income turn income in from babysitting, which isn't much work because it just covers enough for me to be able to pay my rent where I live. So
I
I
see.
don't really have much spare fundings to put into the project yet. So I'm hoping to
Just
do
keep
a,
saving, little bit at a time.
what I was talking about
That's
earlier,
how. That's
and
what I've been
Mm-hmm.
doing, and then
find a way to
that's how
in the
I've
future. And
gotten
because
to
of
where I'm at
that,
now.
most of my
Because
time
I've
has been put
never had a job.
into um, recording for this whenever I needed to, and otherwise babysitting and earning the money for babysitting. It's been put into, at first, it was put into looking for a job before I made babysitting my
Wait,
current
don't talk about your
career.
hardships yet.
Is
That's
that a whole
that's
other
She
question?
fine.
told me that that's for the second part.
There's a second
That's
part to
okay.
this?
Yeah.
What?
But that's basically
I
to
gotta go
wrap
digging.
it all up.
I
That's the
wish all
reason
the
why I
stuff was
haven't
like
been able to do much
centralized,
writing
like a
and much
nice
co-director
playlist
work, even though
of
behind the
all
scenes
the
I've kind of been doing some
out
things, which
outside
Yeah.
stuff.
Wise Kid is about to talk about.
So so for the writing, she really helped with the confrontation of Volcania and evil Volcania, and then also the fight scene between Vortexa and Volcania. But I think they were referring to like the writing for Volcania.
Hmm, I see.
So just in case you are referring to that, I'll also explain that. As we said like a couple of times, for Volcania, we need to have this constant battle, like from good to bad. So sometimes we have to have her be a little bit rebellious, and sometimes we have to have her like not care. Like at the beginning of the last episode, she's just sweeping while everyone's about to die. Okay, she's just sweeping.
Yeah, she's
And
just so
Yeah.
nonchalantly sweeping.
Oh
yeah, she's like
my.
free. She's just so happy, and then like such a beautiful day, and then as you said, like, so volcano episodes are very from here to here, from here to here, like swift, like it's like someone's constantly doing this. They're just constantly
Yeah.
clicking, like quick, come on. So it's like yeah, that's basically Volcania's writing.
Yeah.
Talk about your director work, and that's for you,
My co-director. Okay.
your co-director.
So as I mentioned earlier, I haven't been able to do much co-direct working, but I have been able to do a couple of behind the scenes work. Like As a co-director, I'm not just a co-director of Sunnyside Magic High. I'm a co-director of the Wise Group production, which is
Mhm.
what Sunnyside Magic High is produced by, and that um, motivates me to want to um, find a way to get more viewers for our channel, get more um, viewers for our episodes of Sunnyside Magic
Oh man,
High.
changing art style.
As biased as that may
Oh, bye.
Okay,
sound.
oh my gosh.
So
BK, okay, you're a
behind the
manager.
scenes, yes, behind the scenes as a co-director, uh, I have stepped in for a Wise Kid several times when he had to go on vacation and have made sure that everyone's behaving in the chat that we have going between us as a
Oh my
family, that
gosh.
everyone's turning their
I do
mics
wish
and
you were a lot
everything.
As a
louder.
And
family.
I've made
If you use
sure
OBS,
that
you can see the audio
we can
levels.
find the best and most efficient way of
Do you
gaining
even do
more
sound checks?
um,
Like, or
traffic
just start
for our channel.
recording?
So, like earlier tonight, Wise Kid and I sat down. He shared his screen on his computer on a call with me, and I managed to talk him through creating a Twitter page for the Wise Group
Can you
production,
not
and
make that
I
noise?
wrote
That
the
is,
biography for the Twitter page. And we talked about what we can do to on the Twitter page, and I've also as a co-director, as he mentioned earlier, have when able to funded artists to work on the project for Sunnyside Magic High. I've constantly talked to my friends, my family, people outside of
I've done the same thing.
the
I've talked to
computer,
some outside
people
people about
on
SSMH.
all of my other Discord channels I'm in, and just everyone that I can in asking and seeing
Hey,
if
what's that
anyone is
background
able
noise?
to do
I'm getting distracted.
this many frames per this time and be an artist, and if anyone's able to do anything else that we would ever need. So I've helped
Yeah.
look for people to hire for the Wise Group production.
Like literally
Um,
Happiness Part 2, the last episode that you guys saw, that
Yeah.
was 120 frames with a
Ooh.
couple animations.
Oh my.
yeah. So
Wait,
when there's that
wait.
many
I'm
frames,
sorry. Um, I'm gonna say this. For the videos you guys make, 120 frames is a good accomplishment. But I'm gonna pull out my calculator right quickly. You might understand. So, standard, normal animations run out of the industry 24 frames a second. So, I already forgot the number. You said 120 frames, I think? Wait.
With a couple animations that you guys saw, that was 120 frames.
Yes, so 120 frames divided by 24 frames a second. That gives you about 47 seconds worth running at 24 frames a second. However, though, animation companies, they're smart. They figured, hey, we're not gonna redraw everything every single frame. Instead, we're going to only change this one object. For example, a character's mouth moving. However, though, those for mouth movements, you don't really need to get the full. I mean, you can if you want, but mouth movements really do only come down. It depends on the studio and the style. But normal animated mouth movements are only about I think it's 8 to 12 frames a second. So that's significantly less frames you need to redraw. So that's just saying that's just oh my gosh, I typed in the totally wrong number. I am so sorry. Ignore everything I just said. Okay, not 1120, 120 divided by 24 frames a second. That gets you 5 seconds. Okay. 120 frames running at 24 frames a second. That is 5 seconds worth of stuff. Proof my point even more. So, that was kind of unrelated, but like, yeah, for the things you guys do, you're not updating every frame. You're updating like every a lot longer than a few seconds. So it's good. It depends on the art style, but I just want to point that out because all the stuff I've worked on, I've been keeping track of frame rates, and then there's the deep settings like the bit rate and data rate, and oh my gosh. Moving on.
With a couple animations.
Yeah. So when there's that many frames and a couple of animations, imagine having to do all of that by yourself. So there's obviously going to be a little struggle with finding someone that's able to have enough free time to do that. And so sometimes I step in and I go and work with Wise Kid and look for someone on my end while he looks for someone on his end.
Guys, I know you
And
might be complaining like, oh, you probably haven't looked hard enough. But we have been looking through the depths of Casting Call, through the depths of Twitter. Like, I
Yeah,
don't even want to think about
finding
how hard, like, BK
finding
Winter
good
has
people is a
we
real
worked so hard together,
challenge.
apart. Yeah.
I'm going to go into how many channels that I am in on Discord so that I can kind of show you an example. I am in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm in well over 20 Discord channels alone.
What?
I am in uh 31 Discord channels. I mean, yeah, it's a very very wide range of different topics, but actually, let me recount that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Scroll. 13, 14, 15. Sorry, 30, not 31 channels. Let's go.
What?
Out of which most of those 20 channels have over 2 to 300
Okay,
users in there.
most of the channels I'm
And
in are like
the ones that
dead
I'm able to
and
promote
got
in are
like
usually the ones that have
less
those
than
users.
100.
So I've always posted ads and little
But
promotions
whatever.
of we're looking for this, we're looking for that, and if you do this, you get that, or if you do this, so and so. Just
Mm-hmm.
regular um, director work that is scouting for some type of job to fit the criteria. And then also on the back lines,
You
I've
know, I
been
didn't really
ever
notice it
since
until now, but like looking at the artwork,
ever since
it
April.
feels like
Back in April
her
of
dress
2019,
is like
me and White Kid have
attached to her
been
hand or
working
something. Because like
together
whenever she
to find
walks,
a
that
way
front end is
to
always like
start what
Yeah.
I
way
mentioned
up to where her
earlier.
hand is.
I'm going to actually take upon
I,
starting
I don't
myself.
know. I
So
know it's just the
that's
art
just
style, but
some
that's just
of
what it
my
makes me think of.
co-director work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I can't unsee
Uh,
this.
yeah.
This looks like a
Does
mustache.
Volcania love herself?
Oh no, I can't unsee
Extremely
it.
good question. Jenny said
That
this a
is a
lot. Can
very
you
good
just
question.
quickly tell us who submitted that question?
Where'd these questions come from?
Yeah, I'd like to know who submitted
Wait,
that question because that's an
you don't know
amazing
who got these?
question, and I'll
Well,
get into
oh
that
my gosh.
here
You should have
in a little
said who
bit.
the question.
Sky Wilson.
So Sky Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh,
So Volcania does love herself. For the most part, she regrets some decisions she's made, but that doesn't mean she does not love herself. She loves herself. Volcania loves herself, loves her family, and as you notice,
She loves
will
her
love,
do
present
whatever
love,
self.
she can.
love.
Yes, she will do everything that
Makes me
she
think of
can to
that
protect her
song by,
family. And
I think
as
it's the
much as she
Beatles. All
regrets
you
what
need is
she's
love.
done in the past, she doesn't
Google time.
necessarily hate herself because hate is a strong word. For someone that's
Yeah.
become a true hero, for someone that has reformed and gone from being evil to good, to hate somebody would require that evil energy that she used to have and no longer really
Yeah, I
possesses.
kind of feel like she, not towards hate, but she just really doesn't like her old self, cause like she was literally
Yep, the
fighting
Beatles.
with
I
Not
was
so much
right.
even that.
force.
Love is all you
It's
need.
not even that. She doesn't not like her old self. She
Yeah,
accepts
Oh,
who
she's
she used
being
to be because
summoned.
she can't change it.
Gotta go.
It's not that she doesn't like her old self,
yeah,
but it's
she
that she
regrets.
wishes that she could have done things
Wait a minute,
differently
is this being
to
played
turn
in
who she was into
reverse?
yesterday back
Oh wait, no,
much
it's not. These are
further in
just
the
random.
past
Okay, I thought
in
so.
a much earlier time period in her life. So she does love herself,
Like
all
just,
versions of
oh my
herself.
gosh,
She just wishes she's done things differently. That's just who Volcania is,
What?
and that's
exactly.
also
Still
who I
find it
am as a
dumb.
person.
I'm sorry. I still find it dumb that like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Alone? He's like, all right, guards. I'll be right back. Ugh, their guards are there for a reason. They're to make sure nothing happens to you, and you. Oh my. Whatever. Let's keep going. Actually, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna go back to this episode and I'll rewatch the scene to make sure I get everything right before I ask.
Things differently. That's just who Volcania is, and that's
Exactly.
also who I am as a person. And when it comes to casting our cast and hiring our crews to work on this, or voice actors, voice actresses, to work on this, we look for someone that we can
I wonder why it's
give a
going through
character, and that
these
character can
clips a lot
literally be the
faster
person that
because they
voice
were
acts them.
slow at the
So, for
start.
example, Wise Kid gives me a role, I become that role, and the role kind of centers around who I am as a person, with a little bit of fiction thrown into them. So Volcania
Exactly.
is kind of, sort of, a little part of myself in a way.
All right. Oh, well, that's the end of that. Is there actually a part two? Because now I gotta hunt that down. Because Wise Kid, you didn't send me any part twos to this. So, I gotta say, she had very good insight some of the stuff. Man, I really wish you had more descriptions out, like, actually give descriptive stuff. But, whatever. Now, guess that's done. So um, I know, I guess that's it for this video. So, we'll see, what I come back to, but, see you in the next one, whatever that may be. We'll find out next time.